combos before, doesn't even have to deal with a pharmacy in this one, just going to be XQQ on the solo Pharah here, and look, he's already getting pressured now by the Genji as well. That's going to be Kalman, and Dizzy will be there to finish him up, so no more Pharah here for the side of SunSister, and now AHQ making the kills fall in their way, going to be forced back into the white room here. And now SunSister players that self-destruct finding absolutely nothing. SunSister finally getting themselves on the point and getting a little bit of cap time. But all of the AHQ players that matter are there to answer. Here comes that self-destruct from Lazy Titan. Buying them again more time. Dizzy going to have the Pulse Bomb. The Dragon Blade being used as well by Kalman. So he's just finding a couple with that one there. And AHQ making this one look extremely easy here. SunSister have nothing to really answer with this one. Kills again falling all in the way of AHQ. Nothing SunSister can do. Can anyone keep it alive? No, they can't. AHQ picking themselves up the first map of Lijiang.
And that was the...
Open this one up and find himself a couple of headshots. Still being uncontested up in the back lines there. SunSister going straight in to find some kills here. The mech going to be dropping very early on into this one. So advantage playing out in the way of AHQ. Going to be Zetman jumping straight in there as well. They don't find the kill onto him, but XQQ now trying to find some position. He indeed finds Eric with the slash there. So now going to be SunSister getting themselves the first cap, but can AHQ answer back?
Yeah, I mean, AHQ, they have a big composition that really benefits from standing together, a big brawl composition. They could have taken that fight on the point itself, but instead they're losing a few members. But now XQQ is the only one actually getting kills. Ultimates are now coming up from AHQ.
Well, XQQ hits the Dragon Blade, will not find enough with it as that Nano Boost now comes into Kalman, fully charged up, has the Graviton Surge to work with as well, and AHQ slowly but
possibly do with that. They don't even have sound barrier to keep XQQ alive. He's going to get locked up by either a flashbang or even a charge.
And Mollis gets taken down very early again by the likes of Dizzy. He's got his Mollis magnet out today, surely. Now XQQ hitting the Dragon Blade, only finding one kill, gets pays for that one with his life. And now the Nano Boost coming into Kalman as well, should easily be able to clean up a lot of damage with his particle beam here. And now it looks like SunSister will not be able to do anything, slowly whittling away on the point, but they are managing to get themselves a little bit of some trade kills here, but it won't be enough. The Graviton Surge now coming in from Kalman, charge coming straight through to clean this one up. AHQ leading this one 2-0 now.
Yeah, Dizzy needs to get into that backline and start finding the Zenyatta. Night Owl, he's such an easy target. There, take him down.
Well, they find Zetman early on into that one, which makes very hard work for the Zenyatta to keep themselves alive. Now they're trying to find Mollis here on the Tracer. He's got a lot of pressure put into him. Dizzy's going to find him there as well. And Kalman, pardon me, make that very easy.
Trying to self-destruct this time, actually stay alive to get that resurrect, but AHQ has so many tools to take them down.
Sound barrier coming through here. This is going to be it for SunSister. AHQ slowly falling back to the point here. SunSister almost getting themselves a cap, just a millimeter away from capping this one over. We're in that overtime right now. The Dragon Blade opening this one up onto Mollis. D.Va not taking any damage out the back lines here. Night Owl still remaining uncontested, going in for the resurrection. Gets AHQ should be able to get themselves back onto this point here and push off these SunSister players, and indeed they are doing so. SunSister did manage to get themselves a cap off the back of that, but will it be enough for AHQ to not recap this?
I mean, the biggest thing here, of course, is for SunSister to actually hold the point, but AHQ, look at the kill feed. They're actually just bringing it back. Even after the resurrect, bringing the numbers into SunSister's favor, AHQ are still managing to turn this around, cap it back, and there is no hope for SunSister to get back there in time. A valiant effort, but surely...
No, there we go. It's going to be Odinkun being able to keep this one alive ever so slightly for the side of SunSister. Can anybody else keep the dream alive? Overtime ticking down, and indeed it's going to be Zetman all over the point. SunSister players now back in the party. Night Owl managing to find the kill here onto Kalman, so this might be the opening they needed. That's going to be the sound barrier as well, with their backs against the wall. SunSister and a dream, they are going for gold here. XQQ with the barrage gets completely eaten there though by Lazy Titan on the D.Va. Mollis though finding the support of AHQ as well, so can SunSister now do this? There's no support for AHQ to keep them alive here. Dizzy being forced off the point, does have that pulse bomb to work with, needs to drop the hammer here. Indeed, throws it out, gets absolutely nothing with it. SunSister though dropping now behind the rest of these AHQ players as they fall back into the point. Nothing really there that the Winston can do, and that's going to be AHQ showing you how you do it.
And that was a little sound barrier. It's completely nullified. They're still sticking with XQQ on the Hanzo. Unfortunately, that's probably the best option they've got to go with. They need picks here because they're not going to win the ultimate race here. They've got self-destruct.
Oh, XQQ's gone already. Self-destruct comes flying in there from Odinkun. Finds a couple there. Going to be Mollis being able to pick up another one. Transcendence being used here. Dizzy, a lot of pressure straight onto him. Does have that tactical visor as well. With the biotic field's going to keep him alive through this. Almost be able to win this fight by himself. There is a couple of kills on the point here, and it's going to be SunSister still on the point, getting themselves some percentage now. No one to contest just yet. 30% and climbing quickly here. Who from the side of AHQ can jump down and stop them here? 57%. It's going up extremely quickly. We're in the overtime. AHQ, can they stop this one?
The question is, should they stop this one? Should they just go in and commit? And because now they're going to be holding over ultimate charge if they don't win.
97%! They do want to commit to this one, but SunSister are coming up with the kills. They can indeed get this cap here. 99%. SunSister finding the kills and the cap. Onto the streets we go.
And now
A completely split up right now. There's a couple on the cart though.
Oh,
Graviton
no.
Surge. This is going to be big here coming up from the side of AHQ. Double kill there for Kalman. Transcendence just a little bit too late from Elu there to keep the rest of the players alive. Counter Graviton Surge now coming out as well. Elu getting to go to work, but that Earth Shatter picking up 4. Eric says no and puts the wall up.
But SunSister do have closer respawns. They can come in here if the trades are even, but we're in overtime. They have to stay on the payload, and they are low on HP.
And now this is all into the overtime here. Zetman, or in a dream, has Odinkun by his side as well. They do manage to find Carrez up on the point, so they will keep this cart moving here, getting that much needed distance on the cart through the streets.
Now there's a great trick they can do here. XQQ, we haven't talked about it, but he's on the May again during streets. He can put up a wall and Zetman can stand behind it, and XQQ can cancel the wall, throw out the Earth Shatter. They've won the fight though, so they will get it to the end of the 3rd checkpoint, will buy themselves a lot of extra time, but no, AHQ are mounting a defense.
2 meters left to go, and they're right in this one. Is that the Earth Shatter coming in there, just picking up 1 kill, but now XQQ finding a double there on the May. He does have the Blizzard up, drops the ice. Let's see how cold this one's going to be.
It was eaten of the road. They have their own Graviton and sound barrier to stop that happening.
And they've got Crappy up on the high ground. There comes the Graviton Surge. Eric manages to destroy Zetman, deletes him off the map there. Odinkun managing to answer of his own counter. Graviton Surge coming out. Self-destruct. It only finds 1 though. Is that enough there for AHQ to hold on to the back of this? SunSister managing to push in onto this one now. Odinkun in a very nice position here, trying to catch out Eric. Eric charges back in, has the nano boost as well. Should be able to sustain through this one, and indeed they can. Crappy in such a good position, living through this entire sequence here. Sound barrier coming up for the side of SunSister here. Does it manage to keep anyone else alive?
Blizzard.
Elu going to be falling as well. The Blizzard gets eaten. It's gone. It's nowhere to be seen. Lazy Titan is an absolute machine on this Diva here. Now Dizzy just going to work here in the back lines. No one to contest him. And it's going to be SunSister dropping here, and AHQ hold on before point number 3.
Such a valiant effort, but let's also remind everyone that such a valiant struggle as well. SunSister, both times they capped point A and the 2nd checkpoint in overtime, and it was a struggle through that overtime. Not able to contest up on the high ground.
But here we go. Look at this. They do manage to gain position, and they are going to be trying to push XQQ off this high ground. 3 players being committed into this one. Hog v Hog up there. Dizzy finds that kill onto Mollis now. And look at this. AHQ just walking all over SunSister on point number 1, getting themselves to the streets phase extremely quickly. I don't think we'll see a contest coming up from the side of SunSister.
Nano boost.
All right, we do see the contest coming in. Great stuff from SunSister to not throw this one away just yet. Pushing them out, but can they get the kill? That's exactly what they need. Look at Crappy on the point, skating around the sneaky little beaky indeed.
DPS Lucio!
He's doing it! He's picked up a double kill right now. He's still living life on the edge. Big Earth Shatter though coming in there for the side of SunSister, so finds absolutely nothing. Crappy, the MVP Lucio up in the back lines. He's not even worried. He's taking this one straight to Mollis's face, and that's going to be AHQ picking up cap number 1.
SunSister are going to need sweat towels of their own.
All over that one. And I mean, Kalman, you know, using... Oh, there we go. Zetman's going to be dropping there as well. Finds a nice shot onto him. Here comes that self-destruct. They're not even too worried about that one. But Kalman doesn't... It looked like he didn't even care. And he's going to pay with his life for that one there. And now SunSister answering back here. Going to be the boost onto XQQ. Eats a biotic grenade. Has a big hungry Eric in with a hammer looking for him. Manages to fall back. But look at DPS Lucio Crappy. He's all up in this one.
Oh my gosh, look at XQQ as well.
He's got him!
XQQ stutter stepping like an assassin in Heroes of the Storm, just moving back with his auto attacks. But this time, it's actually just going to be AHQ. They just had too much of a positional advantage, and on the other side, that would have ripped them apart. They don't have that this time, AHQ.
Oh, nice self-destruct. Going to force AHQ back there as well. Nano boost coming in onto XQQ. Counter sound barrier now coming up for the side of AHQ. Here comes the tactical visor. Not comboed together, but doesn't matter. AHQ now finding a lot with their attack visor. And it is just going to town right here. That nano boost being the crucial key right there to push AHQ over the edge here. They should be able to get this cap and indeed secure themselves King's Row.
A lot more of a viable defense coming out from SunSister on the 3rd point. And still, Pretty impressive. I mean, on the attack, bringing out the Mei, bringing out the Hanzo. I'm definitely impressed with their ingenuity, but remember that they still had to do a lot of those caps during the even Ana and Lucia, which are really big factors in assaulting this first point. They're getting a few kills here.
Oh, and it's going to be Mr. Crappy himself finishing that one off, but a lot of pressure being put onto him by Eric there now. So Eric playing the Winston here, bit of a different style, obviously very aggressive player in himself, so you will see, I guess, more offensive dives. Crappy again finishing off XQQ, showing you how it's done. I mean, Lucio can 1v1 a Tracer given the right circumstances, and there just gets an easy finish off indeed. Now this is just going to be Zetman up in the back lines. He should be able to be dealt with as well, looking for a little bit more of a delayed kill here. And that's going to be that. AHQ picking up those last couple of SunSister players, getting themselves a lot of percentage there, 16% now. SunSister getting themselves back in, being able to stagger this one out. But more AHQ players than SunSister means more kills, means more cap time, means goodbye point 1.
It also means more ultimate charge for SunSister. They made a decision there to buy a few more seconds because let's look at this realistically. They were not going to defend that point by throwing bodies at it. So instead, all they did was at a time, but AHQ actually have the option to do just the whole thing at once. Mollis doesn't even have his Dragon Blade.
Well, self-destruct coming in there. Kalman going to be hitting his Dragon Blade, seeing what he can find with this one. Sound Barrier now coming in for the side of AHQ as well to push through this one. They do find that kill onto Night Owl, so that's going to be one down. Zipman tries to fall back, gets taken out there by Kalman as well. And so now these SunSister players are dropping, and they're dropping staggered as well. So this is how you get a lot of cap time now for AHQ. They've got themselves 12%, and they're looking for more.
And they've also saved Dizzy's Tactical Visor. This means they can still contest things. In fact, they can punch them back into the spawn, but not if you're asleep, Erican. But Tactical Visor is available, but is it if he's dead?
Mollis answering this one, but there he is again. Lazy Titan blowing two of these SunSister players off the map there. Night Owl going to be falling down as well. Eric back in the fray after he wakes up from his short little nap there.
Look at the point.
And look at that, they're on 98%. And SunSister do find themselves a kill there, but Eric should be able to deal with these squishy players here on the Winston. Can he push this one over the edge? It seems unlikely. They might have to fall back while they wait for the rest of these AHQ players to make their way back in. That defender's advantage working out in the favor there. The Nano Boost now coming in, and this is exactly what AHQ need right now. The Dragon Blade as well from Kalman, looking to finish off the last few players here. AHQ, can they do it? The full cap here on point number 2. SunSister just staggering into this one. XQQ goes down, and that's going to be that. AHQ with a double cap there. 4 minutes 23 left on the clock as well.
And SunSister
very easily dealt with now for the side of SunSister, so they will have a little bit of an advantage pushing into this one. And they are finding the kills here as well. So they now need to, now they need to capitalize onto this as that headshot finds Kalman's face as well. Nice pressure now coming in though from Eric N. Such an aggressive tank player here. Does manage to push XQQ back a little bit. They are finally getting themselves onto the point. They need to get this cap rolling for them though.
Look at Dizzy, finally he's being contested.
They are all over him here, but can they find the kill? Indeed they can. This is going to be very, very good now for SunSister, as they are indeed managing to get themselves cap on the point now.
The difference though is AHQ are not trying to fight a losing battle here. They're not trying to hold the first point. So they need to win.
The clock is indeed ticking for SunSister here. Under a minute to go now. Dragon Blade going to be up on Mollis, and that Nano Boost going to be there for Night Owl. They do have a sound barrier as well. It's going to have to be the biggest Dragon Blade of his life. Goes straight onto Crappy with that Molten Core, looking for a support. Finds him as well. Good start here for SunSister, but the Tac Visor now coming in from Dizzy. Hero play from him. Nice self-destruct here from both divas, seeing what they can find. Absolutely nothing with that one, just buying a little bit of time there. Pulse Bomb connecting there. XQQ finding some picks though on the Roadhog. Does manage to drop extremely low, but will be able to self-sustain him through this one. Now Lazy Titan flying back into here as well. Dizzy finally now being contested over on the side here, but makes Mollis pay with a Helix Rocket to the face. Now Odinkun going to be one of the last members left here alive. Zetman going to be charging into this one with Elu at his side. Both of them just get ripped in half like paper there. Now AHQ with the aggressive push. 10 seconds left for SunSister. Can they find anything to keep this one into overtime? I think not, Smite.
SunSister, they're going to lose this series right now, and it's all off the back of that fight. It went off well. A good Dragon Blade, a lot of value got taken out of it, but they still lost 2 members in that last fight.
Didn't have enough ultimates, I feel.
4 people is not enough to